The Diversity Visa Program, DV Lottery, is your chance to win one of 55,000 green cards that the US government gives away every single year. The program is a life-changing opportunity, and it actually selects educated or skilled applicants, mostly from countries with low rates of immigration into the United States. So the countries that qualify have less than 50,000 people immigrating from those countries to the United States in the previous 5 years. So the lottery aims to diversify the immigrant population in the United States and to enrich communities. I see the program sort of as a business, right? So the United States is this big business with a lot of resources, and they're poaching the best talents from around the world. So this program started in fiscal year 1995. Now let's look at eligibility. You have to be eligible in order to submit an entry. Number one, you have to be born in a qualifying country, and number two, you must have the education or work experience requirement. The next thing is that if you find that you are eligible, then you have to register for the lottery. So the registration is a 33 to 35 day period, usually between the months of October and November. Now, a passport is no longer required to submit an entry. In DV 2021, which the registration started in 2019 October, each DV entry was required to include passport number, country or authority of issuance, expiration date for the principal, entrance, valid and expired passports. But in February 2022, a federal district court vacated the regulation that provided the basis for this requirement. And so moving on, now a valid passport is no longer required for you to be able to submit an entry. Even if you don't have a passport, you can submit an entry for the Diversity Visa Lottery Program. So let's take a look at the application process. Number one, only website to use, dvprogram.state.gov. You need to submit one single entry, and you submit the entry on a form known as the Form DS5501. Again, it's not your typical lottery. You're not going to win $1 million. A green card is the winning prize, right? That's a great winning prize because you get the chance to live your American dream, become a US citizen ultimately. You know, people, about 20 million people, 21 million people are known to actually partake in the visa lottery, and then the US Department of State will select up to about 120,000 people. These are selectees because they know not everyone will qualify or not everyone will get a green card. They can only give 55,000 immigrant visas or green cards away. So they select twice the number of people because they know some people will not read the rules, some people will just not qualify, some people will not obey instructions, so they can disqualify those people and get their 55,000 people. So the latest statistics from the Department of State, last year about 10 million people around the world applied, 9.5 million people approximately, and then the Department of State selected about 119,200 people. They were notified to partake in the DV 2023. Those are the latest stats according to DOS. Okay, now one of the very important things to note is that KCC, Kentucky Consular Center, they will pre-screen and flag certain discrepancies. They will note it to the consular officers, discrepancies between the entry form, that's the DS5501, and your application form DS260 once the results are announced next year, May 2025. Again, take notes, the process takes about 3 calendar years from start to finish. You apply in year one in October, November, then in year two, the next year in May, the results are released. Then in year two, once you are selected, you can submit a DS260 or an adjustment of status if you're in the United States, and once your rank number or case number is current according to the visa bulletin. Then the same year two calendar year in October, interviews start. Then they start issuing immigrant visas. Then the next year, year three, September 30th, it ends for that particular DV fiscal year. So it takes 3 calendar years. Let's take a look at DV 2026, the timeline. Now you sign up October 2024. Between October 2024 and November 2024. In May 2025, the results are released. Then you can start, submitting your DS260 or adjustment. And October 2025, they start issuing out green cards or immigrant visas. Then the next year, September 30th, by 2026 midnight, they can no longer issue green cards or immigrant visas under the DV 2026 program. So I hope this video was insightful. If you liked it, please give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to share, and I'll see you in our next video. Thanks for watching.